Okay, hello everyone. So we want to present our discussion about post-structuralism in Crazy Rich Asian. And this is our group member, Novitra Wulandari, Intan, Fitri, Dinda Trinurhidaya, Nazaura, Dinda Inifias, and Immanuela. Slide will be presented by my friend.
Okay, I'm Novitra Wulandari. I want to explain about the first slide is introduction. Post-structuralism is a way of thinking or an approach that says that meaning in language or text is never fixed. This means that one word or sentence can be understood differently by different people, depending on their background, culture, situation, or social position. So meaning is changeable and not always certain. In the movie Crazy Rich Asians, 218, directed by John M. Chu, is adapted from the original novel of the same name by Kevin Kwan, released in 2013. The film follows the story of Rachel Chu, a Chinese-American economics professor who travels to Singapore with her boyfriend, Nick Young, only to learn that her family belongs to one of the richest dynasties in Asia. Behind the glitter of wealth and luxury, the movie also reveals social dynamics, identity conflicts, and clashing cultural values. And as an adaptation, the movie not only tells a love story, but also becomes a reflection of East Asia's complex value system and culture, and highlight how identities are shaped and questioned through a post-structuralist approach. The film can be dissected to show that meaning is not singular but depends on the cultural context and who is interpreting. Next slide will be explained by my friend.
Historical and cultural context. First, historical Asians have rarely appeared as main characters in Hollywood films. When they did, they were often shown through stereotypes replaced by non-Asian actors or whitewashing. Crazy Rich Asians became a turning point because it featured an all-Asian cast in leading roles. This showed that Hollywood was starting to open up to stories from Asian perspective. From post-structuralism from a post-structuralist view, the film challenged Hollywood's old way of portraying Asia, which has mostly been shaped by Western culture. It also shows that Asian people can be the main story, not just side characters. The second one is the film series Chinese families in Singapore, but the main character, Rachel, is Asian American. Some people in the story say she's not really Asian because she grew up in the United States. This shows that being Asian doesn't have one meaning. It depends on where you're from and how people see you. Post-structuralism says that identity is not fixed. It can change based on situation and culture. This shows that being Asian doesn't have a fixed definition. Identity is not stable. It changes depending on place, culture, and how others see us. So being Asian isn't just about looks or blood, but also mindset and background. The third one is even though the film takes place in Asia, the characters mostly speak English. They also live in big houses, wear designer clothes, and follow modern lifestyles. This shows that Western culture is a big influence. The film also shows how family roles and tradition can have power over people choices. Post-structuralism explains that power is not just about control, it's also in language, culture, and habits. The film also shows how family traditions can control personal choices like relationship. Post-structuralism explains that power isn't always visible, it appears in how people speak and behave and also make decisions. And the last one is the film presents a contrast between traditional family values and modern views on love and freedom. Rachel, as an Asian American, stands between these two worlds. She values independence but also tries to respect her partner's cultural and traditions. This helps the audience see that culture isn't one-sided. From a post-structuralist point of view, ideas like culture, love, and family don't have one fixed meaning. They depend on perspective and experience. The next slide will be read by my friend.
Okay, the text as a product of context. Frederick Estienne refers on text as a product of culture and cultural and historical context. From a post-structuralist perspective, the film shows how extreme wealth is used as a status symbol and tool of social control in highly hierarchical system. The representation of the young family's lifestyle emphasizes the boundaries of accepted social classes in Asia. The main character, Rachel, is an outsider, an Asian American woman raised in Western culture who does not conform to traditional Asian values, such as the importance of lineage, family hierarchy, and social faith. Her conflict illustrates the clash between individual identity and the collective expectation of elite Asian culture, while offering an outsider perspective on this month. Okay, the next slide will be explained by my friend.
So here I am will explain the role of interpreter or audience in a post-structuralism. So in a post-structuralism, the meaning of a text or film is not fixed or determined solely by the creator. Instead, meaning is created through the active interpretations by the audience. Each viewer brings their own cultural backgrounds, experience, and identity, which shape how they understand and make sense of the work. This means that different audiences can interpret the same film in various ways, leading to multiple valid meanings rather than a single definitive one. The audience, therefore, plays a crucial role as a co-creators of meaning. For example, in film Crazy Rich Asian, I will divide it to three viewers: Asian viewers, Asian American viewers, and Western or non-Asian viewers. For Asian viewers living in Asia, might feel that the film is exaggerated in or inaccurate in portraying the everyday culture. For example, like the lifestyle. Many ASEAN is not that rich to relate it to the movie. And the second one is Asian American viewers. Asian American viewers may find the film very meaningful because it represents them on a big screen, something rarely seen in Hollywood. And the last one, Western or non-ASEAN viewers might see the film as an exotic and entertaining spectacles, but may not fully grasp the deeper cultural values or family conflicts. And the next slide will be explained by my friend.
Okay, I want to explain about the entertainment meaning. From a post-structuralism view, the film's meaning is not fixed but shaped by the viewer's background and perspective. As a middle-class viewer, I see the story not just about romance, but about class, identity, and self-worth. A healthy couple is seen as not enough, showing how society values background over merit. Her decision to step away reflects not just cultural respect, but emotional sacrifice often expected from women in real life. The film also presents a glamorized, westernized version of Asia, ignoring more diverse realities. In short, the film's meaning is put and reconstructed by each viewer through their personal, cultural, and emotional lens. Now, and the next slide explain my friend.
Okay, I will explain about the construction of element text. The first is language metafunction. The constructed is the characters speak in a polite and formal way to show respect and social status. But this kind of language also hides their true feelings and keeps them distant from each other. The reconstructed is a viewer might think this language is used to protect family image or to keep power in social relationship. The second is history. The deconstructed is the film shows only rich Chinese families in Singapore. It does not show Singapore's real history, including its colonial past and different cultures. The reconstructed is some people may see the film as a fairy tale that hides important problems like racism, social unfairness, and colonialism. The third is culture. The deconstructed is the movie says it represents Asian culture, but it only shows one kind, rich, Chinese, and traditional. The reconstructed is the viewers from other Asian cultures may feel left out. They might think the film shows only one kind of Asian and ignores their others. The fourth is personal and social experience. The deconstructed is Rachel is not accepted even though she is Asian. This shows that being Asians is not just about race, it also depends on culture, class, and background. The reconstructed is the viewers who live between two cultures, like Asian Americans, may understand Rachel's feeling. They may see her story as a search for identity and self-worth. Next slide will be explained by my friend.
Okay, so the conclusion is we choose Crazy Rich Asian because it's a great example for a post-structuralist analysis. The film shows that meaning isn't fixed, it changes depending on who's watching. For example, Rachel stands between Eastern and Western cultures, which lets us explore identity conflicts, family values, and social class from different perspectives. We also get to break down deeper meanings about flower, tradition, and what it means to be Asian now. Basically, this film shows how truth or meaning is never just one thing, it's shaped by culture, context, and the audience. Jadi di film ini itu nunjukin makna itu nggak datang dari satu arah aja. Penonton itu punya peran penting dalam nafsirin ceritanya, kayak orang Asia, diaspora Asia Amerika, sama penonton Barat itu bisa nangkep pesan yang beda-beda, tergantung pengalaman sama latar belakang mereka. Jadi nggak satu makna mutlak. Jadi setiap orang itu bisa melihat ini dari sudut pandang yang berbeda. That's all. Thank you. Okay, guys, if you have any question, you can write in the comment. Thank you.